Just my Max. Good evening. Good evening to our viewers at home. Welcome to another episode of the United Holdings Insurance Group. Thank you so much for those that have been joining us ever since we started. We appreciate the support and we appreciate the questions that are coming from our viewers at home. So without any further waste of time, my name is Simphiwe Dlamini. I'm not alone. I am with Widen Berry and another gentleman, which I will leave to Mr. Widen to introduce. Over to you, Mr. Widen.
Good evening, Simphiwe. It's good to have you. We missed you in the office.
Yeah, it's good to hear this.
Yes, Simphiwe is writing her exams, and I think today she didn't have quite a good day. How was the exam today, Simphiwe?
Can you talk about insurable interest? Is that a nice topic to talk about?
Yes, Simphiwe, we can go on and move up and talk about insurance today. Today is our fourth episode to our viewers. If you have not been joining us before, please make sure you book this time, 6 p.m. every Thursday. We'll be talking about insurance, the United Holdings insurance, but insurance in general. Today's topic, Simphiwe, it's a very interesting topic. When I think of it, it's rather technical. It kind of goes above my head, but it is one of the fundamental basics of insurance, and it is important that our guests, our customers get to understand insurable interest. And today in the house, we've got Mr. Sakile Zwane, who is our GM responsible for operations. I will be inviting Mr. Zwane a little later to fully introduce himself. It's not his first time on this program. It is actually the second time. Simphiwe, maybe just a quick view of our diary.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. I think before I actually go through to the order, it's just for me to say congratulations to Miss Cherika Nombuselelo Muguni, who was our winner for our competition last week. Remember, we had United Health Insurance joining us last week, where they were telling us more about men's, how they actually assist men in the country to actually get quality health care. So it is quite an important issue that we discussed, and we appreciate the response that we actually received last week. So congratulations, Ms. Nombuselelo. Please do inbox us your contact details so that we can arrange how you can get your prize. Definitely, we do have something going on. Tomorrow we have our weekly golf tournament at Ezulwini Golf. Royal Swazi Golf. Insurance is hosting the leg of lamb. Please, if you are a golfer, you know you can. What do they say? How do they say it, Mr. Perry? It is in one hole, whatever. I don't know how to call it, but I know they do not want to their golf clubs to be called sticks. So you learn every day. You learn every day. So yes, tomorrow it's an invitation to all golfers to join us at Royal Swazi for our weekly United General Insurance leg of lamb. We also have our weekly VOC program that is also live streaming on here on Facebook. Join us tomorrow at 1:30. And then I think we actually will be expanding on our topic today about insurable interest, because we know that, it's important to know what you're covering. If what you're covering is important to you, you should know if it should be covered or not. So definitely we'll be expanding on what we're talking about today. So do join us. I think for now, let me end there. So because I am a good child, I listen to what our viewers at home say. Over to you, Mr. Beth.
I want to believe you that you're a good child. But definitely, if you are a golfer, don't miss it. Tomorrow, come join us, bring your clubs, not your sticks, and let's play golf. Thank you very much, Simpiwe. So I think we'll move on to today's business. Simpiwe, I want to welcome Mr. Sakile Zwane. Mr. Zwane, welcome once more to the program.
Thank you, Eden, and good evening to yourself. Good evening to Simpiwe. Nice to see you again. Good evening to the viewers at home via Facebook or all other platforms. It's always a pleasure being here. And since I'm here for the second time, I think I hold the record for the most appearances of the show. I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you, and definitely, yes, for now you hold the record for appearing on the show the most. But Mr. Zwane, you are the GM responsible for operations at United Holdings. Would you like to tell us about your portfolio, just briefly, what we are talking about when we are saying United Holdings Group?
Thank you, Eden. In a nutshell, I will summarize and state that we are a financial services company. We are a 100% Eswatini owned. We have 4 subsidiaries under the United Holdings Group. If I may be allowed to list at least most of them, if not all of them. The first company, which is adored by most, is United Pay Limited. This is a company that provides short-term loans to our customers or clients or applicants, if that's what they call them in that space. We provide loans of up to 20,000 Malangeni, and we've got a marketing turnaround time of 48 hours, meaning that if you apply for a loan, you get it in less than 48 hours. We are a company, if I may add, we work from Monday to Saturday. So the 48 hours, it's 48 working days. It's 2 working days, if I may say so. And for us, Saturday is a working day. We offer to every person in the company. However, since these are unsecured loans, we offer to people who are employed just at the moment. However, should there be a slight deviation, we do open our arms and our doors to those interfaces with the clients, because we feel that we can service every client. That is our United Pay Limited. Another company we have is United Health Insurance. United Health offers something similar to what people know as medical aid. That is where you take up a policy, pay a certain amount per month. I think we've got competitive pricing. The amounts you pay range from as little as about maybe 350 million per month. And we issue a card so that whenever there is a need for you to seek medical attention, you approach a public or a private health facility, produce that card, and then you will get assisted without having cash in hand, because we all know that sicknesses do not only come in a payday, they come at every day. I can just imagine people who get paid on the 30th, how much money they have today. So if you strive for cash, you get that, and you yourself or your family member fall sick, that person will be able to get assistance from most private health facilities in the country and the public ones. That is United Health. We also have United General Insurance. That is a company that offers what we call short-term insurance. Other terminologies, they call it non-life insurance. This is insurance we cover for tangible issues, or tangible things, or tangible assets, something you can touch. This will include your motor vehicle, your building. This could include your cell phones. Of course, there are the other perks to those basic assets we cover. We do offer cover for bonds and guarantees. We do offer cover for a construction project. Construction, if you say you're constructing a building and the disaster happens while it's halfway through, if you have insurance like the construction or risk, we can reimburse or indemnify the contractor for the work that was done before that disaster. That is United General Insurance. It ranges to a lot of other classes of business. Recently, we have come up with a medical malpractice. This is for the medical doctors, whereby if you misdiagnose a person, or if a person suffers more damage or harm to their bodies because they came to you, and that person sues you, you get to be assisted in medical malpractice. We've got what we call a Fidelity Guarantee. Fidelity Guarantee is whereby a person thinks they are a bit clever than everyone else, and then they steal the assets of the employer. Then if the employer has Fidelity Guarantee, they will be able to claim under such policies. We've got your professional indemnities. We've got a wide range of covers under United General Insurance, and it is still housed under United Holdings. The last company is United Life Assurance. This company has been known for many years. It was trading before as Dukes Direct Insurance. It changed to a fully fledged company, and then we now United Life Assurance. This is the biggest company at the moment. We offer insurance for funeral covers, which could range from, if I may say, 10,000 up to 50,000 emalangeni. And we do have packs which state that if you pass away to an accident, we pay double, which means we can pay up to 100,000 emalangeni should a person die of an accident. We also offer something called a family support. Family support, it almost works like a funeral insurance, but not as quite. What family support does, you pay a premium just like in every other funeral insurance cover, a very, very low premium, if I may add. And should that person pass away, we will remunerate the beneficiary for a period of 6 months. For example, if they've got a 30,000 emalangeni policy, should the life assured pass away, they will pay 5,000 emalangeni for 6 consecutive months. This is to cater for instances whereby there's a delay in the dissolving or in solving the issues of a person's estate. So that is where we are. We have gone over to offer a credit policies called the Credit Life Insurance product. This is for people who have got loans with micro lenders. If that person has got credit life insurance and that person passes away, you won't have the micro lender going to the deceased home to repossess furniture or something like that, but they can just call upon the credit life insurance. If I might want to be specific on that one, that should be a legally recognized credit provider. We don't perhaps cover people, some people call Bomashonis. You need a company that is fully registered. We do believe that we're still new in the market of this product, but our rates are still very, very competitive. So that is where we are with United Holdings. As general manager, I look after the 4 licenses. My major duty is to make sure that the customers get the right information and they get the excellent service from all 4 companies. If a promises is not met, I deal with that. Even though I don't think we've got many of such instances where promises are not met. I think that should be promise short, but it's taken too long. But that would be my summary of what the 4 companies do under United Holdings. Thanks, Vidal.
Yeah, Mr. Zwane, the definition of summary seems to be relative in Swaziland. Anyway, no, thank you very much. I think at this point, we are still wanting our guests to actually understand who United Holdings is and what are we all about. And this is precisely what we are all about. We are all about insurance. We are a financial service organization, and we also do microloans. So essentially, that is what we do. But the business of today, Mr. Zwane, is insurable interest. I seem to be losing you. Oh, there you are. Is insurable interest. What is insurable interest?
Okay, thank you, Wade, and thank you to everyone at home. In insurance, the phenomena of insurance is based on a couple of principles. There are a couple of them. There used to be 5, but there were 7 at some point. But we've got utmost good faith, we've got proximate cause, and all those principles. but we've got one principle called insurable interest. This is the principle of insurance which states that a person can take up cover over an asset or a life if and only if they would suffer financial prejudice due to the loss of that life. If I may come in a much more complicated terminologies, it just states that you can only take insurance on a certain asset if you'd suffer any financial losses should you lose that asset. If I may make a simple example of a motor vehicle, you can only take out insurance on your own motor vehicle, because if that car would burn down or would be stolen, I would be the one who can suffer that loss. You cannot take out insurance over on your neighbor's car, because even if it gets burnt, there's no financial burden on your life. That is where insurable is. That is the simplest part of insurable interest. It's the principle by law. If I might want to add, insurance is I think it started in Britain. It's a Western phenomenon, but it is our duty as Emaswati to customize it to suit Emaswati. And if I may just confirm that this is a principle, not a law. So we can tweak it as much as we want, but that is what insurable interest is.
Thank you, Mr. Zari. That definitely then brings a lot of questions to Emaswati. I'm looking here, maybe as Emaswati, we have extended family members. Can I cover them under my under my policy, for example?
Okay, thank you, Eden. That's a very important question. In the English phenomena, you suffer burden. Say in the funeral policy, it is assumed that you can only take life upon your spouse and your children. You cannot take cover for your family, for your brother or your father or your mother, because in that world, it's assumed that people all members of society are self-sustainable, if I may say so. So that is where we come in customizing it to our society. For an example, in the basis of the principle of this principle, you cannot take cover on the life of your aunt, because that is how those people live. But when you customize it back to the Emaswati, we do know that a significant portion of Emaswati were not raised by their parents for numerous reasons, which I might not want to get into today. We all know that if auntie passes away, Sakile would be the one who would have to foot in the bill. By that notion that I would be the one who have to foot in the bill, somehow I've gained that insurable interest, if I may say so. So same thing as the brother or in any other extended family. We know in families, in Swaziland, we have what we call these big families. We know if a certain uncle or certain brother, should they pass away, since perhaps I'm the only one working in the family, all the attention will be upon me on how I get to assist in the burial of that person. So by that burden that is bestowed upon me, then I do have insurable interest on the life of this person, be it an extended family. So when it comes to United Holdings in particular, since we're talking about funeral insurance, when it comes to United Life Assurance, we do allow you to cover your brother, because you do have that relationship. You will have that burden to bury that person. So yes, you can cover your brothers, you can cover your aunt. In Swaziland, we've got an aunt and a big mother, which is Magolomkulu, and a small mother, Magolomman, and then aunt, which is auntie. It's okay, but you can cover all those if there will be that burden bestowed upon you to contribute to the financial needs of the burial of that person. So yes, we do provide that facility.
Interesting. It reminds me in the recent past, there was a lot of talk about, well, I suppose it's always been there, black tax, but it's not for today. It's another subject that we can discuss over a drink. So, Sakile, given what you have said, in our communities, there are gogos who have no one taking care of them. Can I be a good Samaritan and cover them?
Thank you, William. Yes, actually, to be frank about it, you can be a good Samaritan and provide that cover. Perhaps I should have mentioned this before. Sometime 2 years back, we launched something called Funeral Cover, whereby we gave the members of parliament, the MPs, an opportunity to cover at least 20 people, and then we said United Life Assurance will foot the bill, the insurance bill. It's because we know that there are those destitute people, such that when those old people live alone and they have no one around, we all know that whenever they die, the community almost usually calls upon the MP to come up with funds for the burial. The MP is not related to the person. Most probably the MP doesn't even know that person. But again, this is somewhat gaining this insurable interest because the financial burden is being bestowed upon them. Yes. So, but we do need to keep things in check. We cannot just we are running away from a situation whereby people can see a person and assume that because the person is so sick, they'll pass away soon. Then we go buy insurance so that whenever that person dies, I get to gain. We do need to establish some kind of relationship. But if you feel that there's a burden, what we normally align with is to offer a facility of EMA groups. If it's a church group or a community group, that would be okay, because a group is people more than 30 with a common goal. From where I'm from, we can have a group, if I may say, a group as a deep tank group as a dam. We can have a church group. We have a social group, like a tennis group or a golf group, if we make groups together. Then we, in that setup, we can feature those people who do not have anyone. However, we also can engage the life assured. For an example, we go to this Gogo we say, don't have anyone. On your behalf, may we pay for you your insurance cover? And then if you agree, maybe do a thumbprint or do a signature. If you agree, who would you prefer be the beneficiary under your policy? Maybe this person prefers a friend. Usually in Swaziland, people don't have anyone they can relate to. A friend, something called Mpanelibovu, they can have the closest neighbor as a beneficiary. We don't have control over that, but we let this person choose on who she feels would be most burdened by her passing and who would be the most responsible to ensure that everything goes by order of her wishes should he pass away. So yes, we can make arrangements for those people to be covered.
I can see the point there, Sakile. Definitely there would be some creative minds out there who would possibly go and insure every old woman, every old man with the intention of saying, maybe even insure them for 10,000 payout and maybe contribute to their funeral 2,000 and pocket 8,000, thereby enriching themselves. So insurable interest then comes in and says no. Anyway, precisely. But I'm thinking another situation, Sakile. I'm now divorced. Can I divorce can I cover my divorced ex?
If I may remind the viewers, there's nothing like divorce in this country. But nonetheless, it would be highly discouraged for you to provide such a cover, unless you can tell that the burden will come back to you. If I may be specific. What normally happens in our society, if a person leaves his or her maternal home, goes to Mamnane or Plan B, if I may say so. Usually when that person dies, they almost usually go back to their original spouses. Or if a person dies, if a man dies, usually, the spouse that went away usually comes back to take over the whole ceremony or the whole show in the funeral. So it's subjective, but we wouldn't want to allow you to have a family cover and have an ex-wife there. What we'd rather do is, if you come in to the to ULA and ask for a family cover, that person gets covered into your policy. But if that person leaves, we've got no obligation to force you to remove that person. The principle says that it differs, but for life insurance, like in ULA, it says that you've got insurable interest at the inception of the policy. I'll come again. If at the inception of the policy, this person was married to you, then you do have insurable interest. Perfect relationship, the cover is there. But because it's a life policy, if the person leaves, you've got no obligation to remove that person. So your ex can be covered. If I might want to emphasize, we talk about ex-wife or ex-husband, not your ex-girlfriend or your ex, you call this crush or something like that. It has to be a person who was married in a legally understandable way. So it depends on when it's happening. If you already divorced, then there's no insurable interest. But if you get divorced along the life of the policy, then you do have insurable interest. However, you might be in trouble when you have to call upon the policy. If the person passes away, in ULA, we need for you to have the death certificate, your ID, and all whatnot, proof of body letter. You might face challenges in getting those from the families or from the family that your spouse ends up with. So if you see that as a challenge, you might want to let go, but you've got no obligation to remove a divorced spouse from your policy.
Okay. No, that sounds logical and fair, I think. I don't know, I'm wondering what people are thinking out there. I would be interested. If you have any comments, please add them below. If you are joining us on Facebook, just type in your comments or your questions, and Simpiwa will be sharing those with us so that Mr. Zwane can answer them. But Sakile, a few years ago, I had a child with a certain woman, my baby mama. Can I cover?
Thank That's beautiful. No, congratulations with them. Thank you for that question. To be frank, the answer is a big no. However, you do have a burden to bury your child should that child pass away. So what we actually give to you is an insurable, like an insurance policy whereby you can only cover your child without the mother, because you've got no relationship with the mother. As I'm projecting, or as I think I've heard the question. What is of paramount importance is with the Home Affairs papers, there should be that acknowledgement that Whedon is the father. If there's no such, then it's just speculation. Then you don't even have interest on the child as well. But the baby, okay, not baby mama, the mother of your child, it's deemed you don't have that kind of relationship for you to gain that interest. So we wouldn't provide the family cover for you, but the child most definitely.
So I can only cover my child provided that there is documentation that proves that I am the father of that child. If the mother refuses to give me that recognition, even if we know for a fact that it is my child, but there is no documented fact, then I cannot cover my child.
Actually, I think ladies have got, that's one of the strengths they have in this world. They detect the terms. That's why they get to tell you what you can or cannot have. Because that's the problem with them. Even if this person passes away, if the child passes away, if the woman, the lady cannot give you the death certificate, you won't be able to claim either way. So you'll be taking a policy you would never get to call upon should anything happen. Yes, there should be that acknowledgement that there is the child is yours. However, first I forgot to mention, under UGI, we've got what we call legal insurance. If a person, because that is abuse and ill treatment of the person, if I've got a person, and the person fails to legally acknowledge me as the father, as I am the father, I think we've got law-abiding courts in this country. You can approach the courts for some kind of interdict or something like that, or the courts to grant you to compel the registrar of births to issue an authentic certificate that will have your details. So you don't just let go because you don't know what might happen in future. You do have those avenues. You can approach the courts and get the authentic birth certificate.
Yes, thank you very much for bringing that up. We did have Mr. Gamed and Mr. Lukele episodes ago. I think it was episode 2, where we discussed legal insurance. If you have access to YouTube, go and look up that video and watch it. If you want any advice, call us on 800-1010, and we will link you up with the legal experts in-house, or you can sign up for legal insurance. Anyway, today's subject is not on legal insurance, but insurable interest. Mr. Zwane, I'm now thinking as well, I may be based here in Swaziland, but my parents are in South Africa. Can I cover them?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vida. Okay, that one touches on issues of legislation. With the legislation we have, you can only cover people of that territory or people who are resident in that territory. If you have a parent, the parent has never been a citizen of Eswatini, the parent has never been a resident of Eswatini. By law, a company in Eswatini would not be allowed to offer such a cover. Okay. We do have something under ULA called the home link. The home link cover is for people who are Emaswati living outside Eswatini and people who are non-Emaswati living in Eswatini. Those are the other parameters. But if it's another parent, if it's another person in a foreign country, non-resident, then there is no cover. So what I would recommend is that you approach insurance in that territory and get cover for such person, because even when we pay claims under the home link, we need issues like work permit, residential permit, and all that, of which this person would never possess. We want to be a very, very honest insurer. We want to offer the market a product they can never call upon. So we don't want to honest on that one. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking, Sakile, we've got, what you find most common is that we've got Swazis who are working in South Africa, the UK, and many places around the world, but their parents are here in Swaziland. So 2 things. One, they themselves can be covered by us whilst they are working wherever they are. It may be temporarily, maybe for a prolonged time, or and also their parents, they can cover their parents who are here whilst they are there and servicing their premiums whilst they are out there. Is that correct?
That's quite correct, Mr. Pere. Also because we don't need the person to be present to make those payments. We live in a digital world whereby a person can make a payment to any bank in any country, given the laws do permit. If you've got a person living in Singapore, they will have that burden bestowed upon them should his parents die. Say the parents live in Eswatini, he will have that burden, and hence he will need that cover. If I may be able to expand on that as well, you find what you've noted sometimes, you find that the person is in, say Singapore as an example, and then something like COVID happens. And then there's the dilemma now. You're supposed to bury a person within 3 days. You cannot travel from Singapore to Esloot in 3 days to do this kind of burial. Hence, it becomes such a dilemma. We, however, do something called the shifting of claiming rights. So if I'm in Singapore and then one of the people I've covered passes away and I'm the beneficiary, if I've been paying honestly and consistently, you can send an email to the group ula@united.co.za. Hi, I'm this person. Because of such reasons, I'm not able to come to Eswatini to do the process and all that. May I shift the claiming rights to my cousin or to my brother who resides in Eswatini? And then the person you're shifting the claiming rights to becomes the policy owner or the person who we treat as yourself whilst you are away. So our viewers should not be alarmed that, okay, I'm in this foreign country, but I can't come and claim. We do offer that assistance through those simple arrangements. Thanks.
So definitely, if you are a person who is from Eswatini working anywhere in the world, you have no excuse whatsoever, get in touch with us. We can make sure that you are covered, and we'll put all 100% effort to make sure that if in the event that something happens to you, we will have you repatriated, expatriated, what is the word? We'll have your body sent over to Eswatini. Or if you can also cover your parents, your family, that is here, provided you have insurable interest over them. That is here in Eswatini, and we will help you bury them. So I was also thinking something else as well. I take care of a number of children in the community, quite a number of them. I pay their school fees. Can I cover them? Do I have insurable interests? I'm taking care of these children.
Okay, thank you, Widen. That presents some kind of a complication. Yes, you're right. In a society, if you pay school fees for someone, in fact, if you even pay school fees for a neighbor's child, should that child pass away, there is that expectation that you should foot the bill for the funeral as well. It presents a kind of a complication because we don't have insurable interest over that child. However, we, as ULA, we do make an arrangement on how you can better that. Because if I pay, okay, let's look at it that way. If William pays the school fees for Sakile's child, and then Sakile passes away, rather the child passes away, William can't claim on that. What would rather happen is, William would open a policy for Sakile, whereby Sakile would be covered in that policy with his child. So that, however, and then Sakile would then nominate Whedon as the beneficiary or nominate anyone else. So when Whedon pays those premiums, he's paid on behalf of Sakile. In fact, that is how it works. Even when you pay your premiums for your grandmama, we say that in principle, of insurable interest, your grandmama is paying for herself. But since she's not able to do that, you are paying the premiums on her behalf. So for those children, for you to be able to gain that interest, you'll have to take in the parent as well. And in the special circumstances whereby that child or those children have no one to call a parent, you can approach the Minister of the Deputy Prime Minister, where you can get some adoption certificates so that the child becomes yours, at least on paper. Then you can get insurable interest. In fact, this process won't help you only in insurance, but it can help you in many other things. Say you want to source scholarship for that child or anything like that, but you do need the papers for those child you're not related to.
Wow, yeah. I'm happy I've been part of this discussion, Sakile. Definitely it enlightens me. I'm looking here at the questions here. Can I take up cover for my business partner and be the beneficiary? Can I take up cover for my business partner and be the beneficiary?
No. As per the principle of insurable interest, you cannot take a cover for a business partner. For the purpose of the funeral insurance, you cannot take out cover for that. However, should there be a discussion between yourself and your business partner that there would be this funeral insurance, and I want you as my business partner, because perhaps I trust you more than I trust my own family members, I want you to be the beneficiary. We don't control who a person elects as a beneficiary. So there should be that consensus of you having that discussion with the business partner on who gets to be the beneficiary on that policy and how the payments will be made. But there should be that consensus. That is for funeral insurance. If I may be allowed to expand, there is something slightly more complicated. It's called the keyman insurance. It's a life product or semi-life product. Yeah, it's called keyman insurance. It's used usually if there's if you're a certain business and there's this person with a special skill in the business, say it's construction, and there's this, from the case, civil architect or something like that. If the business feels that should this person pass away, the business might suffer financial loss, you can take out that type of cover. It's called keyman insurance. It's quite rare in this country. I'd be surprised if we've got more than 10 policies of such, but it is there. But if that one is taken by the business, because we believe that the success of the business is bestowed upon that person. That is keyman insurance. But for funeral insurance, it becomes a different case altogether. There should be that consensus I talked about earlier.
Wow. Mr. Zwane, it's been a lecture and a half. I think I'm sure it's not only me who has learned a lot. I'm sure all our followers, our customers are learning a lot, what is possible, what is not, just based on the concept of insurable interest. It then clarifies for a lot of people why then people, or when they come and they say, can I do this? And we say, no, unfortunately you can't. There is a reason behind it. The principles are ones of this insurable interest. So I would like to invite at this point our viewers, our customers, customers to be, if you need to get a hold of us anytime, please do try our toll-free number 800-1010, 800-1010. If you want to use WhatsApp, the number is 78088050. You can get help there. You also can go to our website, which is www.united.co.az. You will also get help there. If you go to our website, you will find all sorts of forms, forms that you can download to complete, or information that will clarify a lot of things. You'll find all our business units currently are all on that platform. There's a lot of information. We encourage you to go there, but should you want to get in touch with us, toll free 800-1010. Just send your number there and we will get back to you. If you are on social media, we are also there on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, what else? Instagram, we are there. Just find us and pose your question or send your details and we will get back to you. I don't know, I seem to have missed Simpiwe. If she's not there, then it's bad. But Simpiwe, I could not see you, so I thought you are not there. Do you have any questions coming through Facebook?
Yes, we have a question from a client, from a viewer. She is asking. I actually have two questions. The first question is from Nonhlanhla Ngumane. She was asking, What is the maturity date for a newly joined person? I believe, yeah. What is the maturity date for a newly joined person?
Maturity date.
I know we have a wide range of policies, Mr. Zwane, but I think may please assist in answering that one.
I think that question was meant to be the waiting period, I think. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the waiting period, sir.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Zwane.
Okay, so I didn't get the last part. Maturity date for what person?
For a newly joined person. So I think
okay.
For a person that just joined.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. For the funeral insurance policies, it depends on how we arranged it. We have a Dinkunja funeral product. It costs only 11 Malangeni per month. The maturity date for to answer the customer is 3 months. Then for all other policies, be it individual covers or family covers, those which we offer for people aged between 18 to 64, the period is 6 months. And then for our seniors, people who are aged between 64 to 84, for those ones, the maturity date is 12 months. However, with the United Life Insurance, we come up with some promotions sometimes. Like last year, we had those maturity times cut by 50%. We find a person having a senior cover and waiting period being 6 months. But that's the layout, Sylvia.
I have another question probably related to that, Mr. Zwane. Suppose I was covered under another insurance company elsewhere, but I want to move to United Life Assurance as an example. Do I have to serve the whole waiting period?
No. I think the same applies to our health insurance. We want to be sure that you were covered before you get in. If I may, since we're on this topic, if I may be allowed to explain the mechanics or the reasons behind the maturity date or the waiting period issues. Insurance companies do not use the waiting period issue as time to collect those funds before you get to pay. The waiting period is a stipulation we put forward to wilt out moral risks, which means that we know that there will be those people who come to take out insurance just because this person is severely ill, you see. And then I'm kind of taking it from you that person is operating in bad faith. Hence, we'll be putting these waiting period issues to the fore. So if a person has been covered and they are shifting, I want to emphasize with them, they are shifting, because some people will say, I was with Asante Sonke Insurance Company, I want to join ULA, but we don't have any cancellation notice from other insurance company. We will deem that this person is upgrading this policy. He's taking a 20,000 cover from Askulume, and then he is upgrading to a 20,000 cover with ULA, then this person is covered for 40. And for an upgrade dividend, you should save a waiting period on that upgrade. So it depends on the situation. Ideally, it should not, because waiting period is just to wilt out those moral risks. Yes. And in other classes of insurance, for example, motor insurance, we don't have a waiting period. As soon as you pay the premium, you are automatically covered instantly, because there's no risk of it happening, unlike in the lifespans of it. But yeah, to answer your question, we need to be sure within that it is a shift and that cover was full and in effect before they can waive the waiting period. Thanks.
So my message then to the viewer is, do not hang on with that insurance company that is not giving you good service, because you feel that you may not be covered for a period of time, or you have to serve a waiting period. If you are covered, shift, move to us, we'll give you good service, guaranteed. Cynthia, the next question. She's
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. There is another question. There is another question here from Demangweni. She is asking if it's possible to actually claim under your foster care child policy. Remember, we have recently had the government passing through that we can be able to now foster children as part of one of the strategies that the DPM's office is making sure that our overseas are well taken care of. So Mr. Mangweni is asking if she is able to actually open a funeral policy for their foster child and be able to claim on it.
Interesting question. Mr. Swani.
Thank you, Cynthia. That's a very, very interesting question. And I'm happy that we have moved to that level as a country. The answer to that question, Cynthia, is a big yes. First, to my knowledge, when you foster a child, there is that government documentation which binds you and the child together. To us as insurance companies, that is documentation is as strong as the birth certificate. So we treat that as your own child. So people who are your children are foster child, your stepchildren, your adopted children. Yeah, all of those people would be covered under your policy and would pay without any issues.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it makes logical sense that if I'm
That's wonderful.
child, then I should be able to look fully after them, and I must have insurable interest. Do you have any more, Cynthia?
Yes, Mr. Pere, we have Lazwide. We have Lazwide here who's asking if she can be able to cover Hemkagi if they're both married to the same husband. Can she be able to cover Hemkagi, probably open a funeral policy and cover Hemkagi? They are both married. They have a marriage certificate that shows that they have a mutual husband. They are sisters.
Mr. Zana, I don't envy you, but yeah, we need an answer.
Thank you, Cynthia. Even though I'm not sure if you would pass away, you would have anything to contribute, but it's fully understood. By the basic principles of the basic nature of insurance, no, because in German insurance is a Western phenomenon. There is no umtagi in Ukraine, for example. But for the purpose of this market, umtagi is there. Yes, there is an arrangement we can make to cover umtagi, but you should make sure that umtagi is legally married. They do have that marriage certificate with your husband, and you do have that certificate as well. We have to do an arrangement for you whereby in the policy, the main member of the policy should be the husband. Should be the husband, because we do allow people to have more than one spouse in the policy. Of course, at a little extra premium, but yes, we do have arrangements to cover umtagi. But make sure umtagi is married to the husband and you are married to the husband as well, which will create a link between the two of you. Interesting question. Thanks.
So actually, the payment will be recognized as being coming through the husband, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting question. Yeah. Any more, Cynthia?
That would be it, Mr. President.
Okay, no, that's wonderful. This is really, really exciting. It means that our people are really interested in bringing forward real life situations that require us to think about and consider as we think about insurance. Insurance is not a luxury. Many people think that insurance is a luxury. Unfortunately, it is not. Insurance is one of those essentials to have. You may think that paying rent is the only essential, but insurance as well, before you actually say what is left from after paying everything from my salary, you should make sure that you have paid your insurance. It may be insurance for your vehicle, for your house, insurance for life. You need those things because this is what makes life easier for you, for those who remain behind in the case of life insurance, but in the case of property insurance, short-term insurance, this insurance comes handy when at the point of loss. It's unfortunately, it's only at that point when you really realize the importance of having insurance. So my appeal to people of Eswatini, let's get insured, and let's get insured with United always. It has been a pleasure being with you, being your host tonight. Mr. Zwane, your last words?
Thank you, Eden. I would want to echo what you wanted to sound like a broken record on what you've said, but it's very, very important for people to know that insurance does not cost that much. If we have a funeral policy which costs 11 Malangin, I think the price of bread is more than 11 Malangin. And you buy bread every day, and insurance you pay only once a month. It's just for Emaswati setting straight their priorities, because when the unexpected happens, it becomes a burden to everyone. So please do call the toll-free 800-1010. You will get assistance. We will try as much as possible. If you miss that call, someone will definitely call you back to explain what we offer and how you can get covered. We do have the widest range of branch network. We are all over Eswatini as a Eswatini owned company. And as Simpio might want to say, Sinawe Indlela yonke. Thank you, Eden.
Thank you, Mr. Zwane. My name is Eden. It has been a pleasure. Let's have a date again next week, Thursday, 6 p.m. Simpio, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ferrer. Thank you so much to our viewers for watching, for joining us today. I'm still thinking of a very nice question that we can ask our viewers to win, but let me not ask it today. Definitely tomorrow I'll be asking the question. It'll be on our Facebook page. You're definitely standing a chance to win a wonderful prize. Just in case you just joined us now, as I've just seen that a couple of people just joined us now, you can be able to watch the episode on our YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing the details, our link to the YouTube channel here on our Facebook page. Please remember to subscribe. Click any bell that you see, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. Click the bell so that you can get a notification should we go live. So remember to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Remember to click that page to get notifications. Remember to call the toll-free line. It's free, guys. You can ask as many questions as you want, because an hour is not enough for us to exhaust everything. So you can call our toll-free line for you to be able to be assisted with any question that you may have. It's 800-1010, and you'll be assisted. Thank you so much. Have a blessed weekend, and please do stay safe. We have COVID out there, and as much as we are saying Sinawe Indlela yonke, we are also with you to encourage you to stay safe when it comes to COVID-19. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Mr. Perry.